What is up, everyone? It's me, Juliet, Scorpion Goddess. I switched things around a little bit so things may look a little bit different. And we're going to be doing What's Up with the Planets. So this is going from March 28th all the way up until April 3rd. We have a new moon in Aries, and Mercury just moved into Aries the day before. So let's get into it. Hey guys, what is going on? It is a new week and we have a new moon in Aries happening this week. If you had ordered my astrology journal, you should have received it. If you have not yet in the mail, you will this week, definitely before we get to this new moon in Aries, which is very exciting. And finally, you'll be able to jot down during the new moon in Aries what you're manifesting, what you're calling in. And I have a page right here for you guys. So this says, like, under this new moon in Aries, I call in yada yada yada. This new moon in Aries is going to be happening at, you see here, 11 degrees. It's going to be affecting mainly the cardinal signs, of course, because it is a cardinal sign, and the fire signs as well. So this is exciting, so we can finally journal and jot down stuff that's going on. And I'm excited for you guys to finally be able to use this. And in here, when I go over the transits on, my YouTube channel, you guys will also be able to check in on your calendar and see what are the main transits that are going to be happening for this month. What planet, what sign the planet is going into. And if you don't understand what that means, you can always go into the front and look at your glossary to see what does this mean, and even go into the front and look at your key to see what each symbol means, right? So this is great, very exciting. So Monday on the 28th, we're starting out with Sun in Aries. Mercury just went into Aries the night before, I believe at 3:37 a.m. on the 27th. 3:44 a.m. on the 27th, Mercury went into Aries, and this is based off of Eastern Standard Time, by the way. So we feel the effects. We saw at the Oscars this big Aries energy of choosing violence. Will Smith went in there and bam, Chris Rock got rocked. And so this had a lot to do with, I tweeted a little bit on my Twitter, but it was funny because we have the Sun in Aries, Mercury just went into Aries, so this is communication coming in quick and fast, or reacting emotionally right away to something, and with the moon displaying your emotions for the public eye to view. This all coincided together just to prove and show this is how real astrology really does affect us, you guys. So I just thought that was pretty funny. Do you think Will was in the wrong, or Chris was in the wrong, or both? Comment down below. I want to see what you guys think about that whole situation. But anyways, going back into Monday. So on the 28th, we're having Venus, which is also in Aquarius, conjuncting with Saturn, which is also in Aquarius. And Saturn has a lot to do with your karmic ties and accountability. Those kind of like sturdy, serious roles for the most part. And then Venus being conjunct with it, this means these guys are coming together. Venus has to do with your beauty, relationships, and money. So what karmic ties in your relationships can maybe show some kinds of issues. This can also do with money, so there may be some financial issues that may be displayed up on Monday. We're also dealing with the moon in Aquarius on Monday, which is going to be going void. So Monday is not the best time at all. Like, if you can just chill at home and not really do anything, just relax, maybe even clean up your house and like reorganize a couple of things and just focus on just honestly just like relaxing and I guess avoiding like the world for the most part on Monday would probably be best, just because that energy is pretty like dull and not really much is going on. We have a new moon approaching, like I did say, so usually before a new moon happens, it's not the best to begin something new, because that's what the new moon is for creating and finding out what it is that I want to manifest. So on Monday, this isn't the time to really start any new projects, or it's not really giving us a lot of energy either. I mean, you can see I'm chilling in some sweats right now, and it's Monday, and I have a lot on my plate that I have to take care of. This is why this video is coming up so late, but I'm making sure that I'm getting it done. But for the most part, I'm just going to be at home taking care of what I need to and relaxing if I can. So that's pretty much what's going on with Monday, you guys. Then we go into Tuesday. The moon will finally be in Pisces, and with all this pent-up energy coming, the moon in Pisces is probably going to give us that emotional release. So over the weekend and even Monday, with that dull kind of energy, we're still going to be in that. But the Pisces moon is giving us that emotional release because we're approaching this new moon. So there's still some stuff in us that's needing to be released, and we can find ourselves being more creative or using like an artistic outlet to get these emotions out. You may find yourself also like talking to a close person in your life to get these emotions out. Maybe something had happened over Monday, and you know, once Tuesday comes along, you're like, just very emotional. So this energy of the Pisces moon is also going to follow into Wednesday as well. So Pisces moons can make us feel very deep, emotional, creative, looking for those outlets again. And there's also the spiritual connection also. And since we're approaching the new moon, well, you can't see a new moon on this, but as we're approaching this new moon, right, with this Pisces energy, it's giving us that sharp intuition. And with that Aries energy of the sun and Mercury, with this Pisces moon, it can match in with this. These are my emotions. This is the intuitive downloads I'm getting. And that Aries is giving in that action, and that Mercury Aries is giving that speak it into existence, get it a lot quicker, get it a lot faster. So Wednesday, you can see yourself communicating a lot more with how you're feeling and being more open and vulnerable in those places, and you may feel somewhat inspired to help uplift other people, because if you've been feeling stuck, especially because we have this moon void energy in the beginning of the week, you may have been feeling kind of stuck, and Wednesday comes around, you're going to feel that I want to really help and uplift other people because I've been feeling stuck. So if I do this, that's a good outlet energetically for me. So it's like a hand-in-hand kind of going thing to redirect your energy somewhere else. So when we get to Thursday, the 31st, moon then moves into Aries, and we are now one day away from that new moon in Aries. And the new moon in Aries then happening Friday, I believe. Yes, Friday. Yeah, because that's the first. So with Thursday, we are probably going to start feeling that like anxious energy, go, 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 momentum kind of feeling, but in a, like I said, anxious kind of way, like your skin's kind of crawling, and that kind of feeling. And then when we get to the first, the new moon in Aries is going to peak at 2:27 a.m. April 1st in Aries at 11 degrees, and 11 degrees is the Aquarius degree. And starting this week out, we have so many planets in Aries and Aquarius, and this is joining the I am motto that Aries has, and then that collective kind of energy that Aquarius brings in. This new moon in Aries is going to be affecting Aries and Libra the most because they are each other's polarity, the opposite. And then after that, we're going to have the Cancer and Capricorn because they are the other cardinal signs. And then the Sagittarius and Leo because these are the other fire signs. So if you have your sun or rising in Aries or Libra, you're going to feel the energy much more. And then the other signs that I said as well. To know more about where and how Aries is going to affect you, I always recommend looking at your natal chart and see where do you have Aries in your natal chart. Is it an empty house? Are there planets in there as well? what does it look like, and you can figure that more. When we get into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the moon will be in Taurus, which is where it is exalted. So with the fact that we had this new moon in Aries, it's bringing in that energy. I'll bring this here. I'm going to be using this. It's going to be bringing in that energy of, I know what I want, I know how to manifest, and it's going to come in very quick because Sun, Moon, Mercury, all in Aries. Then we get to the weekend with the moon exalted in Taurus. This is going to bring in that calming effect, that steady, that pragmatic approach of, okay, I know I can get this quick. Now I can put my feelings, because the moon is our feelings, our emotions, I can put that into a long-term direction of what I want to get in quick, manifesting. But now I am planning out how to do that. And then Sunday, it's going to, the moon in Taurus will make a nice alignment with Uranus for a small portion of the day, and this is going to be really good, where we may get this switch up of, because Uranus rules like surprises and switch ups and changes. So Uranus and the moon coming in together on Sunday can really, if you've been feeling stagnant, like because the beginning of the week we had that moon void energy over on Sunday, we may finally get something to switch up our routine, and maybe you'll have just like a simple shift and your mind will kind of be like, oh wow, okay, this is great. And these manifestations are gonna, you'll start seeing them maybe on Sunday very quickly, because Uranus likes to bring that energy in. So that was what's up with the planets for this week. Now I want to get into the cards, so I'm gonna actually be using this deck. I'm not using this one. This is actually my daughter's. I don't even know why this is in here. I'll put this here for now though. So let's get into what are the general messages that we need to hear for this week. And as always, you guys, please comment down below how this reading is resonating for you throughout the week. Make sure you like and comment so YouTube knows, right, to reach out to more people. So let's see, what are some messages we can hear for this week for everybody here as a collective? What is the energy like for this week? All right, so we have the 8 of Swords, right? So I'm seeing that. Let me move this. Sorry, hold on. I can't focus if all this is in front of me. I need space. I'm still figuring out how I'm going to move all this stuff around anyways, right? Okay, you guys. So 8 of Swords, I'm seeing this as there may have been some issues throughout the week from an outside perspective, and we allowed it to come in. And it's like, why are we allowing this outside stuff to affect our inner peace, right? Why are we letting that disrupt our inner peace? We are in control of that. And sometimes you need to do a cord cutting. Cord cutting is coming in, doing a cord cutting ritual, cut certain people out of your life that just don't really align with you, you know what I mean? And what's really coming out is this people-pleasing factor too, because she's standing in this puddle of water. Does she really even want to be standing in some water right now? Probably not, but she feels like, I have to please this other person's emotions, and I feel so blinded right now. I'm not being truthful and honest with myself when I need to be. And then we got the King of Wands. So this Aries energy is really coming in strong for us. Sorry guys, I had to let my cat in. So, Leela. So with this King of Wands right here, we have to own our own shit. And sometimes doing that means you may hurt other people's feelings, but that doesn't matter. When you're doing what's best for yourself, the people on the outside, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I'm not saying be mean to people, but there's this energy of, I know what I want and I'm going to speak up for myself, and this is where this is coming from, right? And that's that big Aries energy. I'm focusing on me, my energy, my circle, who I am, what I want, what I desire, and I'm going to get that, and I'm not going to go out of my way to people please all these other, people, because I was worried about hurting their feelings. Now I don't care. I'm this King of Wands energy, and that's where we need to really focus in on. And that's probably where this transformative thing is going to end up happening, because I've been picking up a lot on transformation. We are in this new astrological year, so a lot of changes are happening, and it's the first, like, you know, week or two of the new astrological year, and we have this new moon coming in Aries, so that's really picking that up for us too. Oh my goodness. And then we got Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. So there is a lot of work with this manifesting. We know what we want. We know what we want to do. We are putting in that hard work, but I'm also seeing it's a slow process. But the process is being so... You need to trust. You need to put trust in what you're doing and not focusing on the what if this happens, what if that happens. Leela, oh my God. You need to trust, put your trust into the horse, trust into your guides, trust into the process of what's happening, because you are on the right path and you're in a new place now. And I think we're seeing things, you guys are seeing things with a whole new mindset and dealing with things completely differently than you did before. I think we're healing in new ways, and I feel like there's a lot of new opportunities that are being presented to us as well as we're keep stepping in through Aries season in this week. And I just see us very like focused, right? I think we're going to be using, if you guys started like a new course or a new class, I definitely see that happening this week too. And there's a lot of that energy going into your studies. You're not focused on the outside stuff. I think there's like this isolation kind of thing happening this week too. We're just so focused on what I need to do for me and what's best for myself, and just focusing in on you. And this isolation is what's really standing out to me, which is funny. Isolation, because she's in her own place. She's not out in the world. She's letting it, like, the sun shine and open up. She's not so closed off from the outside world, right? You guys aren't so closed off from the outside world, but you're not letting it affect you because you're so focused on what you're doing, what you're reaching towards, what you're working on, your goals. Hi, Leela. What else is going on for you guys this week? I'm getting the sense of like protections coming in too. I'm getting that a lot because Leela's just sitting right here. So there's this protective energy. You're trying to protect yourself and your energy. We have the Hierophant. So even maybe working with like a spiritual advisor is going to be really good for you this week. I think there's going to be some changes. Oh my God. I think there's going to be some changes with how you're holding your home, and your home could be like your body. I think there's like physical changes happening, and I think the way you have your space and you're living in your whole system like set up, there's some changes happening there too for you guys, because I think there's been some doors opened where you're like, I learned this lesson, and using that too. All right, sorry guys, I'm having technical issues, but I'm just seeing this protection coming in, and I think there's, I don't know, I'm feeling like there's this question of maybe your faith or your spirituality that's going to be happening this week, and just speaking to somebody who is above you that can give you some kind of guidance to put you in the right direction. That's what's coming in. Let me see. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge, though, that you guys have. I think a lot of you are wiser than you may give yourself credit for. And I think this is opening that door to, I really am this aware. I really am this self-aware, this wise. And with this, you can even help other people open these other doors for guidance, too. Right? All these cards keep playing on the floor. We have 4 cups. The Lovers, Temperance, Strength. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. We have my cat, Leela, in the way, of course. She's got something to say. I feel like you guys have been feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, and there's this decision that needs to be made. Are you going to keep doing the same old stuff, the same old, oh, I hope this happens, and, you know, I want all these things to come in, but not putting in the work? Or are you going to put in that effort, put in that work? Maybe some things need to be changed around. Maybe you need to, you know, go about things a different way than what you have been doing because it hasn't been working for you. So I think there's a choice and decision that really needs to be made, but you're not going to be able to make this choice until you really sit with yourself and isolate. I think isolation is going to be a very big, important key for this week, to sit in finding what is the balance I'm searching for and having this inner peace to be able to make that decision. But you can't until you are feeling more aligned, or even just fully aligned within yourself. And then with this strength card, we're dealing with, there's a lot of fire energy. So we have this Sagittarius and Leo energy coming in during Leo season, during Aries season. And I think when you get into this isolating period this week, there's going to be this sense of feeling like I can do what I want to do and what's best for myself, and not have to worry about the outside, and have this graceful, courageous, divine, feminine energy with what you're doing. That's very strong. I think we're going to be connecting with this divine feminine very strongly this week. Regardless of, I know the planets have a lot of masculine energy in the air. And I think that's why we're trying to find this balance of that divine feminine energy coming in, because there's so much masculinity. And this divine feminine energy we're connecting with and trying to pull into through this isolation is showing divine feminine energy is strong. And we are going to connect through that this week.